What's up, everyone? Welcome back to Rivera Urban Homestead. It's Saturday, January 16th, 2021. I was off last week because my best friend and high school buddy came into town from Colorado for 5 days, hung out Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and he took off Monday. So we had a great time. I showed him the local watering holes around here on Thursday. We went to Sharky's, Casey Key Fish House, went to Captain Eddie's for lunch. All of those things are outside because I can go inside, but I don't want to. We just stay outside. So we did that. Friday we went to Busch Gardens, which was amazing. You can get right up in there and go right on the roller coasters. Wasn't really any lines, and we had a good time. So that's what I did last weekend. That's why there was no video. This weekend, what we're going to do is I'm going to do a quick little walkthrough of the garden. It's not even but probably 30 seconds. We are going to take my neglected tomato plants that you'll see, repot them up, and then we're going to go in the backyard and do some things. So let's get started. Let's start in the garden real quick and we'll move on. Look at that, just full of growth. Look at all this lettuce, bok choy. I'm telling you what, look at what I see here. Check it out, a baby cucumber. So we're getting a couple little cucumbers. I did put some compost on top of those. I kind of top dressed them with compost last weekend because they're looking kind of yellow, so I always have problems with cucumbers. So yeah, a lot of cucumbers, a lot of green beans over there. I've been picking those like crazy. Look at that. Those are starting to climb pretty nice. The kales are good. Right now they're all looking a little drab because it's hot out, but the sun's finally out. It hasn't been out in quite a few days. Look at the nice red stems of those beets. I love that. So anyway, garden is going good. Oh yeah, look right next to me. Whoa, these things are blowing up. These are the broccoli and cabbage plants. So they're looking really good. But one thing that wasn't looking good is my 4 tomatoes that I have potted in those little pots. So we're going to go to the little garden center, or the garden corner I have that we never use, and we're going to pot up those tomato plants. So let's go do that real quick. Okay, so one thing I got to do that I've been neglecting is these tomato plants. They're not looking that great, so what we're going to do is, I found a little bit bigger pots. We're going to pot them up. I took some of my old soil that I took out of that one raised bed we had to move, and I added about half of the compost that we made. I'm going to throw in some organic fertilizer to the mix. Two handfuls of work. A little bit of kelp meal. Make sure it doesn't blow in your face. It's kind of windy out. And a little bit of worm castings. That should give them a nice jump when they get in the pot. Okay, so it's not too big of a jump, but it's still a bigger pot, so they'll have more room to grow for a little while. Hopefully I can get that raised bed filled with them in it this summer. We'll see. Get about 3 inches at the bottom. As you can see, they're not too badly root bound. There is a lot of ants I see in there, but I think they'll be all right. Cut off some dead stuff. And I'm also going to top them at this time. I think I'm going to top it right back to there. And that'll promote a lot of side growth when you top them. Alright, there's one of them. What do you think of this view? Remember we made this a couple of years ago. I've never really used this table yet, so It's kind of fun to be out here using it for the first time. This guy's way too long and looking scraggly. Boy, this one's tough. There's not a lot of bottom growth, so it's hard to cut the rest of it off. We'll see what happens. I admit I haven't been messing with them. I totally kind of forgot about them. But maybe the love we show it today will start paying off. We'll see. I do see some little growth coming, so if that starts popping out better, then we'll top it. This little guy looks pretty good. This is that Praxis Cherry. They are really hardy. I just got to get one really going good. A lot of ants. Wow, this has some good growth. See all the ant? Get the eggs, run! Wow, they are infested with ants. Ow, I just got bit. Quit messing around. Yeah, I really got to start using this little corner a little more. Now that I cleaned it up, it looks really cool. It's just a fun little garden center area. I can maybe start transplants up here, and even down there, if I cleaned off all them pots, I could do 2 sets of transplants. Hang some stuff maybe off of here. That's why I put the pallets up, so I can do, you know, hang stuff off of it. But yeah, we got to start using this a little more. Anyway, we got them potted up. We got them in some real good soil / compost, along with some amendments. So I'm going to water them in and put them back out in the sun where they were. Okay, so remember how they look. A little bit rough, but I think we're going to get them going good. They're back out in the sun. They're watered in real good. So now I was just over here at my Barbados cherry tree. I had about 10 of them so far. I think I'm done for the day. But I love just coming out here and picking them off. There's 3 little pits in them. You got to spit out seeds, whatever, but I love this plant. And it seems like every year the berries are starting to get sweeter. Or the cherries, whatever you want to call them. They are starting to get sweeter. I like them. This year they're tasting really good. It's also been a little cooler this winter, so that might have something to do with it. Anyway, rest of the projects are out back, so let's go. As you can see with the banana plants, it's very windy out. All I'm doing with these is I'm cutting all that dead stuff out. And we have a couple of plants to drop that already gave us bananas, so we need to let those pups get some more sunlight. Like here's one right here. See that little pup there? Its little leaf is just hanging out there, but it's kind of stuck behind this one. But that one already produced bananas, so it needs to go. Anyway, that's what we're going to be doing. Okay, so that looks a lot better. It opens it up right here for the babies, so that'll be good. We'll let them roll. Say good morning. Blue right there has been very broody. She will not come out of that coop, man. She just stays on that nest. I have to manually take her off of that coop every day, like, get out of here, get off the nest, go out and eat. So I just took her out, so she was eating, now she's up there. Hopefully she stays out for a little bit. Very broody little girl, though. But anyway, all the chickens are doing wonderful, as you can hear. One last thing I'm going to do today is just that big old branch that fell, remember, on my power line about a month or so ago, maybe a couple months ago. I am going to get that all cut up and put away and kind of clean up that little area. But that's pretty much about it, man. That's really all I can do this weekend. Again, the city workers were here last week in a few spots, so hopefully they're going to get back on this road and get working. Alright, that looks a lot better, and I accumulated quite a bit of branches and sticks to use for the next fire. And all the leaves I put in here for the girls, which they love. They start scratching around and loving it up. She's already back on the nest, so this one said, "I will be in the box." Anyway, y'all have fun digging for bugs and insects in those leaves. Alright guys, so that's a wrap for this weekend. We got them tomato plants potted up. Hopefully they start thriving. The square foot garden bed is doing great. I really can't wait to get back out in the garden and start doing more stuff. Get that other raised bed filled up. I want to have an in-ground plot that I want to try out too. Again, I'm just waiting on the city to get done, so bear with me. We'll just keep trying to do little projects around here and work around their schedule, which I don't know what their schedule is, but you guys have a good rest of the weekend. I'm going to watch some playoff football again today, and we'll see you next weekend.